Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're gonna be seeing if what if anime is actually pointing you to God. As a believer in Christ, I was like this could be a very interesting video because when you think anime, you think a lot of fan service potentially, a lot of like inappropriate stuff, but we'll see what this is all about. Anyways, don't forget to give this video a like and a subscribe. The video link will be in the description. So yeah, give it a like and figure out what the bean baby hexagons this video is all about.
What if anime were more than just entertainment? What if it was pointing us to something deeper?
You know, Freerin, obviously that's a hardcore good anime. Killing demons, yep, don't trust them. Those boys, regardless of how cute and innocent they act, put a bullet in their head. Those demons don't deserve no rights.
Something that actually can fill our deepest longings that anime produces in us: love, joy, happiness, justice, redemption, forgiveness. What if the anime we watch can be viewed in such a way that points us to something
Oh yeah, I forgot they have a Jesus anime.
or someone?
This is quite the intro. A little long for my taking. How long is this intro? There we go. That was a very beautiful view. Where does this guy live? Jeez. Hey, guy. Oh, no, he's gonna make an apology video. Oh, no, what do you do, buddy?
Hey,
Hey.
welcome to Anime Relatable, where we take the shows that we love and enjoy and relate them to our real life in hopes to point people to Jesus. I realized that over the past few weeks, a ton of people have come across the channel from certain videos lately. First, I want to say I appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with me and rocking with this channel. But I've also realized, since doing Anime Relatable, there will be a myriad of people that come to the channel, whether it be Christians, non-Christians, anime fans, or people that just like watching interesting videos. And I love that. But I think there are certain expectations sometimes from the viewers that people expect from a channel concerning whatever sort of topic or assumptions on what type of channel they may or may have, come across. So with that, I figured that I should give an introduction and show you or tell you what exactly I do here, and you can decide for yourself whether or not you want to stick around.
Thank you, sir. Let me learn about this channel of yours.
There have always been anime commentary channels that have existed and currently exist today. And there's good reason for that. Anime is awesome, and it's one of the most attractive ways of storytelling that
I used to be really big on anime, but I've lost a lot of interest in it. I still watch like the good ones, like Frieren, uh, Demon Slayer. Uh, I finally got caught up on My Hero Academia. Um, and then there's some little side ones too, like Cory in the House that I've watched.
is in our current digital age. People like Giga, the Anime Man, For Never World, Mother's Basement, Chibi Reviews, all of
I only knew the first two on that.
these anime channels exist for specific purposes and have carved themselves in this.
Also, I feel like my anime taste has changed a lot. It used to be a lot more fan servicey, inappropriate, but I've gotten away from all that, and I'm more of a I enjoy like a more story based like Violet Evergarden. That was like a nice, good story, and resolved. Yeah, no, I like I've come to like stories like with deeper meanings. Things don't have to be continuously happening. I'm fine with slower episodes and stuff. But yeah, and I also like shows where characters that you love actually die. Nothing bugs me more than watching stuff and somehow just no one dies, or if I'm playing a game and just no one dies. It's just it feels like when things get serious, nothing's gonna happen. That's why I stopped playing Genshin. I hope someone dies in Weathering Waves soon.
anime commentary niche with their own distinct voices, from anime news, breaking down opening theme songs, or reviewing trash anime, and oftentimes spirituality or real life connection to what people are experiencing.
I feel like a lot of anime also make Catholics look like they're absolute monsters. I understand Catholics in now and in the past have done some very very horrific things, but I've noticed in a lot of animes they always majority of the time they end up being the bad guys.
Isn't the focus of that content sometimes, which is great. I don't think every anime YouTube channel needs to find a connection to our lives in some way, nor do I think every anime needs to do that. But oftentimes
Oh yeah, no, I feel like sometimes you can just watch something for the sake of watching it.
people watching these animes are experiencing and voicing something different. In a recent poll, 54% of Gen Z globally loves anime. That's more than the number of people who vibe with Kendrick Lamar and almost rivals the Swifties and King James fans. With access to more media and technology,
Oh geez, dun to dun. That is quite the anime.
it's blasted open a way for most of the entire world to consume this great art of storytelling. Some people use anime to escape. Some people really enjoy visual or storytelling aspects. Some people love complex characters they come across, and there's a reason for this. We as humans like stories. We connect to anime because of its stories. Human beings were made to listen to and enjoy stories. Every
Yeah, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it's anime, live action, or whatnot. If it's a good story, people are gonna enjoy it.
ancient text kind of comes in the form of a story. Anime that you watch and listen to, manga that you read, are influenced by some type of story that the mangaka that has been inspired by. We use stories to explain our day, to explain our world, to explain that crazy confrontation you almost had in the parking lot because a granny in a wheelchair took your parking spot.
If a granny who took my parking spot, I would drop kick her. Just joking. No, I wouldn't. I'd just let her take it and be like, whatever, old lady. I ain't got time for drama over an old lady. She'll be gone soon.
Use stories to make sense of our reality. Believe it or not, people find meaning and purpose and inspiration and value systems from the stories that are being told, not because the characters in the show are saying or living these things out, but because human beings who are created in the image of God have instilled their own values in the narrative that they are telling through the characters. There is a spiritual
One Piece, I can't take that show seriously. It is just so goofy. I stopped watching it at like episode 374 or something like that. Uh, because I heard that they're remastering it and having it shorter and just getting to the point instead of all these gosh dang filler episodes and repeats and all that jazz. So I'm stopping the original and waiting for the remaster to come out, and I'll start watching it through that. And also the live action was heck is goofy as well, and I loved it. So I love One Piece, not for so much the story and plot. It's just the goofiness that I find entertaining.
emotional, philosophical weight
Free win, free win, free win, free win. There we go. That's a top tier anime right there. Love it.
in these shows that you feel when the good guys win, or a scene happens that leaves your jaw on the floor, or a hype moment that puts you on a high for a few days because that character that you love, that you see.
Oh, just as I was about to point it out. Yeah, Your Lie in April. At the end of that, I was bummed out for a couple days. I think that was the only anime that's ever bummed me out for a couple days. Yeah.
Yourself in, did something crazy that you can't wait to hop on Twitter and tell all your friends about. And the reason for that is that you and I were made for something more, and the things in our world, whether it be good food, a great cup of coffee, or a banger anime episode, pull on our longings for something more. And the question that we all have to ask ourselves is, how will that be fulfilled? And you can answer that question in a myriad of different ways, but how I see it and how this channel sees it, the anime you love, the characters that you geek over, the waifu that you sold your heart to, all of those point to us needing to be fulfilled, but they're temporary. But I do think those things point to the God of the universe who has revealed himself in Jesus. If you made it this far, and you may not be a Christian, that may have upset you, but because you think that Christianity has nothing to do with Japanese anime, and you are probably right. But let me ask you a question. Why do you think the way you view the world, whatever that may be, deserves to be an interpretive lens which anime can be viewed or the story should be told?
My viewpoint is, uh, obviously I believe in God and all that, and I believe I'll die for that. My faith in that, but uh, I lost my train of thought. Gosh, dang it!
I would assume that we all see anime as an art, right? And
Oh yeah, no, anime is definitely an art.
then, as people who view this type of art or medium of storytelling, you have the right to see these stories however you see fit and connect them to the world
Well,
in whatever way you want to. And you can also disagree. That's okay. That's fine. That's the beauty of art. The
I think everyone has the right to critique someone else's viewpoint, and I think it's good that people do that. It can potentially help them get closer to their viewpoint, or by making them have to do some research and some thinking. Uh, and maybe they'll learn that potentially their viewpoint is wrong, and maybe they'll change their viewpoint.
Christian story is about pointing people to the gospel story, to the hero par excellence. The hero of heroes is Jesus, who came
Preach it,
into our
brother.
world to live a perfect life, die a death that you and I deserve, and then rise from the dead so that we could be in relationship with the holy God. And you may disagree with that, and that's fine.
I agree. I agree with what he said. And yeah, you can disagree with it. Nothing wrong with that.
Like to see the things through a Christian lens, see it differently, and you're not a Christian, and that's okay. This channel probably isn't for you. But one thing I will say is that you probably shouldn't act like the anime that you love so much is technically yours, that you need to defend it with your entire dying breath. You don't need to do that. There's other things to worry about in life, like a whole war that's going on in the world right now.
Yeah, I feel like if you live in a place where you can argue about viewpoints from an anime or any type of media, uh, and actually be able to make a disagreement with other people and stuff, I feel like you're very privileged to be in the state you are, where you can do that. Considering, yeah, there are wars out there, and people would be honored to be able to go onto social media and bicker about something so useless at the end of the day. Because if you're able to, like what I'm doing, making a React video, uh, I know I'm privileged and honored to be able to do something so basic. Uh, so sometimes, yeah, we just gotta remember how privileged we are and how pointless at the end of the day something like this is.
Actually, you might find yourself back here because I think every one of us needs hope. We need something to hang on to when life gets hard.
I agree. If your life gets hard and you have no motivation, no faith in something, um, it can make things a lot harder. So it's like I believe this saying that anyone who goes to war isn't an atheist, because to some degree, once you get into combat, you're going to be praying to something. Yeah, because there's got to be hope. Like when you're in the battlefield, that there's going to be something after, kind of thing.
I started Anime Relatable because I saw a gap. Great anime content from anime channels and mad Christian content that is really, really good, but I didn't see a space where the worlds collided. And I wanted to bring that to the table, especially because Gen Z in our current moment is one of the most curious faith generations that we've had in a while, who happen to also like anime. People are looking for something, and anime fans aren't exempt to life's biggest questions, like why do bad things happen to good people? Is there such thing as good and evil? What's my purpose in this life?
I feel like there's always going to be good and evil, regardless if people believe in God or not. Because if there's no good and evil, then what's to stop someone from just shooting people? because his mindset is, oh well, there's no good and evil, so me killing someone, it's neutral. There's nothing of importance kind of thing. So regardless of faith, there's always going to be a good and evil.
I believe God isn't afraid of those questions. And I believe, according to Romans 1, how creation reveals that he exists. God,
And I think a lot of people who even believe in God are afraid to get real with him. Because, like in the book of Job, God got like, or not God, Job got like mad with God, like getting, like praying at him, was mad. And God's okay with us getting mad at him when things are hard out of like frustration of like not understanding why one is going through what one is going through. But at the end of the day, regardless what you go through, if you stick with him, that's the biggest point. That's the biggest thing.
God can use anime, use his image bearers' creation.
I would totally be down for like a high quality modern type anime where it's biblically accurate about Jesus' life.
To help us answer those questions.
But sadly, a lot of shows that revolve around the Bible and stuff, a lot of them like to Hollywoodify it and sort of have the Bible itself as the secondary source of material, and they just change it up a lot, which just makes it unholy. And will you ever find a perfect biblically accurate show or movie or anything? I don't think so. It'd be there's always going to be man bits in it, but it's like when it comes to a church, you'll never find a perfect church. You just look for the best one that's the most biblically accurate.
It's not just me who sees this. Christian Anime Podcast, and Nick with No K, Beneath the Tangle, Heaven Piercing, Geek Devotion, all of us see this and how these things connect to the Christian story in those ways that people aren't used to. That's the goal of this channel. Whether you are an atheist, an agnostic, a Christian, whatever, but you love anime, this is the place for you.
That's me.
But one thing that I won't do is turn down how I see anime connecting to the bigger story, pointing to a God who loves us and gave everything for us. And speaking of stories that connect to the bigger Christian story, my friends Ren the Governor and Craze Kai have officially dropped Volume 1 of their manga, Hunters of Illumis and Flip Flop. Flip Flop follows
Oh, snap.
Dorian, chosen by God to fight evil. His weapon, a pair of flip-flops. But they're not just sandals. They represent the unique gifts God gives each and every one of us to fight for his kingdom. Hunters of Illumis starts in a world like Genesis, perfect order, shattered by chaos. And then a dark force rises from it until God sends his light through a hero to fight. Story follows the main character Ume, who is trying to carry on her family's legacy as a hunter, but she struggles with the pressure and identity and calling, just like many of us do. Both stories are packed with biblical truth.
That's pretty cool. I once upon a time was gonna try and make a manga, but stuff gets expensive real quick.
Relatable struggles and a vision of God's kingdom.
It's like $30 or something like that for one page. I was like, boy.
Breaking into our world. A part of the Fried Ink crew, Craze Kai and Ren the Governor have spent years perfecting their craft to bring you guys stories that...
But then again, I could also just learn to draw and do it myself, but that would also take years.
look good, sounds good, and edifies the soul to the glory of God, all while wanting the fruit of their craft to be evident to people who are curious about Jesus. If you're interested, you can get yourself a copy on the Fried Ink website in the description of this video below. And if you like this type of content, welcome aboard. I hope you enjoy the journey as we do this together. Cool. I'll catch you in the next video.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure that's just about it. Yeah, a little outro. Not bad. I'll give him a subscribe. I'm kind of curious. Maybe we'll do more videos of him. So this is sort of more of a explanation of the channel. So yeah, no, I'll probably react to a couple more of his videos yet. I'm very curious to see how he's going to implement some things. Obviously I'll have the video link down below, so give the video definitely a like and a subscribe to the channel if you're sort of interested in what he can do to put faith in God with anime. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I guess I'm a VTuber now. Yeah, and I hope you guys stay safe. Take care. God bless you, and I'll see you when I upload next time. Peace.